All right. So in the spirit of Hamilton releasing on Disney Plus, I feel like it's only appropriate that we wrap the intro to this deck. So 1-3-5. Damn, this is fine. UGin gonna suck it to you one more time, getting Uro. Getting Uro, getting Uro, getting Uro. Anywho, basically what we're looking to do here is curve, exactly as the lyrics state. Play these on 1, play some ramp on 2, play some ramp on 5, play a big fat thing at the top end, and, hope that's good enough. UGin is worth a lot of cards out of your opponent, so hopefully once we spend a bunch of resources getting to UGin ahead of curve, he appropriately takes over the game. Please remember, if you're going to recommend cards for the deck, don't say, hey, Jeff, why not play this card? Instead, say, hey, Jeff, this card is good and this is why. That was beautiful. Thank you. I appreciate the people that appreciate my art. The early game is very odd, then UGin evens it out. God bless, Pele. God bless. The real MVP right there. The early game's a little odd, then UGin evens it out. I think we bottom Cavalier here. Get our ramp dork on. We just need to draw an untapped land by 3 to turn 3 Nissa into turn 4 big Krasis. Tap land on 2 also does it. Yeah, I agree. Last time we played this deck, we tried a couple copies of Ulamog in it, and it didn't feel reasonable. So we're just focusing on UGin this time through. Thought about Black Lotus in this deck. That's true. Lotus would let us get to UGin more consistently. Stream title should be updated. What's up, youngest son? You can't find Jacob? You lost him? Well, I can't help you find Jacob. Is he in trouble? Does he need help? Oh, you can't find Jacob in the game. I got it. Okay, you didn't actually lose your brother. Got it. Well, he came in, and then I clicked through playing this elf out, but it looks like that worked out. Sorry, they're playing Minecraft together, chat. I was concerned for a second. I was like, 8 mana naturalize. Your move, Yugi boy. And it was Declan, so he didn't close the door. Because Declan never closes the door. Goodbye, Reclamation. 8 mana, 2 for 1 myself to cast Naturalize. Alright, so UGin off the top is lethal here. Bring in a bunch of disruption and interaction. Keep UGin at the top end. I think we're good. Mostly looking for Nissa or UGin in our openers. When will I be replying to deck submissions? I reply to deck submissions every evening. Right at the beginning, Golden Ringer. Match 1, game 1. Match 1, game 2. Game 2, we're up a game. Obviously, Nixilus, thanks for the brand new tier 1 sub. I really appreciate that. Welcome to Oglandia. I think I'm just shocking this in and passing here. I want to wait to cultivate until I can hold up Mystic Dispute still. Cultivate's very good, for sure. These decks are really resource hungry, so getting 2 resources guaranteed is really powerful. Yep. Hey, thanks for the 15 months, Golden Ringer. Welcome back. Guaranteed. Arboreal Grazer looking exceptionally bad here. It's not a mana source on its own. Really, really feeling that it's not here. I guess playing this out doesn't even really do anything. Like, if these were like elves or geese, they could help us play UGin, but they can't here. What Lava Coil is in the sideboard of your deck for? Well, you see, Lava Coil is a 2-mana removal spell versus a 3-mana removal spell. A lot of the matches where you want to bring in extra removal, efficiency is very important. Oh, you know what? This was a mistake. I 1000% should have disputed that. I was on autopilot. Definitely should have disputed that. There's a good chance this just doesn't have text here, and I could have denied my opponent a card. If we get the chance to dispute anything, we're just disputing it. Had either of these just been an actual land, we'd have UGin in play now, but we don't because they're not. That's very good. There's a good chance this Castle Vantress just buries us here. Their average card quality increases immensely once they have that in play. Daddy's home.
Endings are inevitable.
Yep. I'd rather have Uro as a ramp card. Just do that. 6 mana counterspell. Yeah, the animation was kind of sweet. That was my first time seeing that one cast too. So this hand doesn't have any acceleration in, unfortunately. However, Nissa is one of our best cards in this matchup. And these two cards are both interactions, so they can make up for not having ramp to start necessarily. Our best draws, though, are Uro, Cultivate, Goose, Elf, any of our accelerants. Hey, Moxane, thanks for the 16 months. Welcome back. I don't know if it'll be relevant for this open, since we're having an entry fee, so that might discourage some signups, so we'll see if we actually cap or not. But MTG Melee has full waitlist integration now, which is sweet. So if the event fills, people will still be able to sign up, and then morning of, anybody that doesn't check in or submit a deck list will automatically be dropped, and waitlist people will be moved in. An office store. This is a 5th bedroom in my basement that I use as an office. Welcome. There's a closet over there with a bunch of crap in it. And a shelf with games behind me. I did not silence. I don't know. And it doesn't really matter. I guess is my question. There's basically always a command on this channel for any kind of question you could have regarding anything. I think I'm going to wait and play this Nissa around a Mystic Dispute, since they're moving to hand sides anyways. I don't know that it's necessarily a who blinks first matchup, but this is definitely a who blinks first game. That's good. This could be the real problem here with this matchup, the way our post-board deck's constructed. Like you can see here, I have a bunch of disruption, but without enough threats, I'm not going to be able to play through their disruption post-board too. That's an interesting thought. Yeah, maybe it is better to do that with the negate there. Just like trading an Aether Gust for our Nissa. Yeah, I think that's probably correct. I didn't consider that as a line of play. As always, folks that are not new, instead of telling me, I'm gonna time you out too. Instead of saying, hey Jeff, why not X? Tell me why it's good. Have a discussion. Don't just make me lecture you. Afternoon, Nivik. That's true. Llanowar Elves is doing his darndest to be a clock here. Do I return to nature their Uro? I feel like the answer is yes. I guess I could just Aether Gust their Uro. I'm just gonna Aether Gust their Uro. Okay, now that they did that, I'm actually gonna go ahead. Well, I had put a stop on my end of turn here, but then the game decided it didn't want to respect that because the amount of client delay between the amount of delay in between what's appearing on the screen and the server is absurd in this game. They're just ending their turn? Sure. They didn't even draw for the turn, right? So they just like time walk themselves? Deal? Yeah, maybe Krasis is good. I wasn't expecting them to have as many counterspells as they've had this game. They boarded into a lot of disruption. If they bottomed that, they probably have another one. I would venture to guess. Let's find out if we get another turn, huh? Good chance we don't. Make a food with this. They didn't scry with their castle, which I feel like implies they have another one already. Yep, good chance the game's over from here.
Let us see if your talents are worth cataloging.
I probably should have just conceded this match from the start. Maybe we'll just do that for the rest of the day. And just keep conceding the Reclamation matchup since we're not going to have them in the Hooglandia Open anyways. And this card's a Nexus of Fate. And this is a Nexus of Fate I'm going to concede if they take a turn here. Okay. They get 5 looks, a discontinuity, or an excess. And again, like, we won, but, like, it wasn't really interesting, right? Like, yay, I should feel good. I won a game of Magic. I won a match. Just like one of those things, it's just like, well, it's not so much that I won, so much as just like, their deck fell on its face more than anything. It's a very, very unsatisfying win. Because it doesn't feel like I really accomplished anything. Working our way up towards that Massacre Worm. Borderless. I'm gonna get it. When did you expect to check in for Runeterra today? About 2 o'clock is my plan. It's about an hour from now. As always, you can find my schedule with not only when I'm streaming, but what I'm streaming when up on my website. It's also, I found a Twitch extension, actually, that adds my Google Calendar schedule to the stream info as well. So, my schedule along with what I'm streaming when is listed under the stream in the information section as well. I have no idea if it translates time zones automatically. I believe in you as a functional adult, though. You can translate it yourself. As long as I'm having fun playing some amount of Magic, if it isn't every match being conceded because they're playing Reclamation, I intend to have Magic in my schedule, Stormbreath Dragon. The current mix that I have of 2 Magic decks per day and 1 Runeterra deck per day feels like a good mix. Yeah, Diamond's been like 50+% Reclamation this morning since we hit there. I agree that I don't even think it's a standard or historic problem looking at formats that are offered on Magic Online too. I think it's just kind of a problem with designs for Magic in 2020. It definitely feels like Magic's at an all-time low in the 2 decades I've been playing. Are there any decks that attack the Nexus decks? Yeah, I don't even think the Nexus decks are that good. I think the Gruul deck is a very reasonable matchup against it. There's been a number of small community-run tournaments where the Gruul deck does well. In fact, the match before this, we just beat the Nexus deck. I don't even think this deck has a bad matchup. Like, something that people in Magic, and this seems to be a really common theme among the Magic community, is that people think win rate is the only meaningful measurement of whether or not a deck's okay, and I just couldn't disagree with that more. The issue, like, games need to be fun, is what it comes down to, and the Nexus deck isn't even fun when you're winning against it. I'm about to get runned over, chat. We have a turn 4 Nissa at least, but the fact that I didn't have an accelerant on one here probably means we're just going to be too slow. Although I suppose Nissa into UGin might get us out. We'll see. We're taking a hit for at least 7 this turn. What about Mono Red? Yeah, and again, like, I don't think the Reclamation decks are too good. I think if you're only banning on power level, the Reclamation deck should be left alone. But I'm also a big proponent of there's a lot more than just power level that should dictate when things are too good, or when things are healthy. Yeah, Magic, modern Magic design feels like it has pushed the game more towards nut draws than anything else. We're dead, right? They shoot this, we take 8. So, too slow without a 1-man accelerant. So, get to bring in Aether Gust and Brontodon as cheap pieces of interaction. Brontodon deals with Ember Cleave well, which is nice. Voracious Hydra kills a thing and leaves a body around. Cavalier of Thorns is a nice size booty, but I think I need to trim some of my top end in this matchup. Similarly, Hydroid Krasis gaining some life is nice, but I do think I need to trim at least one of those so I don't clump up too much on expensive plays. What else do I want to trim? Maybe it's all the Hydroid Krasis just for the sake of bringing my curve down. Trim a Castle Vantress, so I don't have time to activate that here. And going down to 27 lands is fine. Vivien's Monsters Advocate is for control matchups where you need to generate card advantage. So this hand doesn't have any payoffs in it, but it gets us set up so that way we can cast any payoff that we draw very quickly. So this is a good keep. We're just hoping to run a Nissa or an UGin or something along those lines off the top of the deck. Giant Hydra, etc. These are hands you have to keep with the ramp archetype sometimes. Just like has half of what you're looking for and you gotta hope to draw the other half. Like that. Can't cast Nissa this turn because this doesn't have food to make mana with. We'll be able to put her down next turn. Carnage Tyrant wasn't just playable. There were genuinely people that thought Carnage Tyrant was too good. Which really makes you laugh after the last year we've had of Magic designs. People wanted that card banned. Like, unironically, people wanted that card banned. He's dead, Jim. You've murdered him. Those are people who refuse to block Carnage Tyrant. Truth. Now, unfortunately, our Nissa lands don't really line up well into Goblin Chain Whirler having First Strike here. Destroys non-basic lands. Rune Blaster is another reason to hedge animating basics. Would really like to draw a Brontodon next turn, so that way we're not dead to cleave. If this Nissa somehow survives to ultimate, we could be okay here, but feels like we're a little bit behind at the moment. It's like 1000% to cleave, right? People know how busted Cleave was during spoilers. I don't recall. That's also true. Ember Cleave was less good initially, because remember, when Eldraine first happened, the format was drastically different. Once Upon a Time was legal, Veil of Summer was legal, Oko was legal, Field of the Dead was legal. It was basically a different game. So, like, it's tough to equate, like, what people thought of it during spoilers, because it's just like, was a drastically different format that you were trying to evaluate it in. That context is super important. Like, what on God's green earth did the future League standard decks look like? Like, what did their Bant Ramp decks look like in standard when they had Once Upon a Time and Oko in them? Thanks for 20 months, Lucas. I appreciate that. Welcome back. His hand's very good. This is just like everything we want to do. Turn 1, turn 2. Got to pay off at the top end for a couple of turns down the line. Alright, let's see if this start can't beat a mono red deck. Nothing in our deck can, basically. Woo! Probably one of our best draws. Is this the same person again? I don't know. Is it the same opponent? Dead game. It's really disappointing that Magic died so young. Are we the bad guy? No, there's no Teferi, Reclamation, or Embercleave in our deck. We're definitely the hero of Historic. Covern, thanks for the 21 months. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. Yes, this is a turn 3 Nissa. Was Standard good in Dominaria? Yeah, I think so. It was good in Guilds of Ravnica. I actually think 2019 Standard was super reasonable. I wasn't a big fan of explicitly War of the Spark Standard, but I think Standard during GRN was amazing. I think Standard during Ravnica Allegiance and M20 were both passable. Alright, so this is how I boarded last time. Do I want to board this way again? Crack Pipe Kid, thanks for 11 months. I appreciate it. Welcome back. Is it crazy to cut Elf against the Goblin Chain Whirler deck? I feel like it's not. It might be, though, just because it's so cheap. You leave 1 in. Cut the 5-drop. Let's try this. Gold Norio Mini, thanks for the 14 months. Welcome back. is fine. Not amazing, but fine. That is an amazing draw. Love it. Arboreal Grazer. Very good on turn 1. Less good afterwards. Would you like to stomp an Arboreal Grazer? Well, with the Cultivate, with the Arboreal into Cultivate draw, this hand went from just okay to the nuts. Opponent's draw also very good here. Castle Vantress here, which is real good. So we're going to 2. This is dying. This is dying. I think we're dead, right? These all having 3 power.
The land shall conquer you.
I guess I can... I guess I could double block one of these champions and then chump block another with the goose and then eat a food. Is that the play to my outs line? We could draw something meaningful next turn. Alright, not that on board again, but losing both our 3/3s, but could still draw a Hydroid Krasis or something else. And we can make a food there with the second land. One card too late, chat. One card too late. Needed that one last turn. Pretty good. Opponent's draw was super good, but so was ours. But they were on the play, so they ended up getting the tiebreaker there. Needed one more piece of action there. Okie doke. Good start again here. Need to run some lands off. Cultivate's probably the best draw in our deck. Need land on top of our deck here. This was a good draw if we can hit land. Feels magic, man. Feels magic. Steam Kid's gotta go. Classic magic. Need a land, have it a drop. Yep, pretty much. Pretty much. Mood. So they drew a land with Robber, and then we'll brick again and draw another spell. Woo! That's not a brick. That's not a brick. That was better than a land. Best draw on the deck, chat. Best draw on the deck. Even puts a card in the bin for Uro. You love to see it, chat. You love to see it. You said you draw a spell like it's a bad thing. Apologies. Cultivate is very, very good. Very, very good.
Witness the ties that bind us all. The land fights for us.
Alright, how many of these cards are cleave? How many of these cards are cleave? All of them. Got it. Alright, you have a lightning strike? You do not. Goodbye, friends. Goodbye, friends. Man, Cultivate really is something. Card's been super impressive. It's pretty good. It's the Tron song. Tron, 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 Tron. Now, unfortunately, because our accelerant on one here was Goose, we don't get to turn 3 Nissa. We only get to turn 4 Nissa like some kind of pleb. Man, I don't know. It might be it's definitely anecdotal. That might be. It's definitely anecdotal, but the decks we've been playing against have been markedly more frustrating since we hit Diamond. The format's just been a string of mono red and Wilderness Reclamation since we ranked up. And maybe that's the difference. The ladder reset, when I first came back from break, I talked about how the format was more frustrating than it had been in the last few matches we played, but we've been playing in Platinum, so maybe the decks were just less competitive on average in Platinum, which made the gameplay experience better. I can definitely see that. I'm gonna do this first, just in case they have a Thassa's intervention.
An opportunity to act rashly is a chance to fail.
We're gonna have UGin exile their search here. And we'll play the elf out with the extra floating mana. These lands are colorless, so they do not get exiled by UGin. They're also lands. It's just colorless or cards that aren't colorless, right? With one or more colors, yep. Here's the fastest intervention we played around. You love to see it.
Be wary of the ground you walk on.
Oh, yeah. Fog me, daddy. Fog me.
My greatest creation.
Is it garbage time for our opponent? No, they could easily play a Wilderness Reclamation and combo us here. I technically should have made a 3-3. Whatever, just gonna get fogged. Are you dead yet? Please concede. Again, like, I don't even know that this matchup is bad for our deck. It just, you know, it's kind of eh. I'm gonna try leaving the Krasis in this time because of how much disruption they had post-board. You know, I wonder if we just turn into, like, this awkward kind of pseudo-control deck and we cut most of our bottom end ramp. And, like, bringing in 7 pieces of interaction plus these. Sure. That was some serious Tron sideboard thinking. God bless. Who's got 2 thumbs gonna Aether Gust the crap out of a growth spiral? Apparently not me. That was a great draw. So I can play that and still hold up Aether Gust here. Love it. Sounds good, Andy Mac. Thanks for watching. So we're up to 7 mana here. Poker face, poker face. My. Drop some bombs. Hopefully we get another turn. Sha. Okay, how many? What do we have more of? UGins or counterspells? Get that right the heck on out of here, shall we? Do you have a third one? Survey says 8 mana lightning bolt. Yeah, love it. Triome, thanks for the quarter of the area. Appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. Really looking to draw a Nissa or a Hydroid Krasis. Let's do this before we exile the board. Thunk thunk. Give me a turn. Give me a turn! No, stop it! Bad Nexus player, give me a turn! This is the part where they like play this and then play an Nexus of Fate. Dang it, Bobby. Brick! 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 Dang it, Bobby! Whoop! Come on, brick! 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 If they have a redraw on the Uro. They have a redraw on the Uro. Come on, brick! You're playing Nexus of Fate. You deserve a brick! We're so close, chat. We're so close. Everybody clench. Does our ult even do anything? Yeah, it could draw another UGin. So it could draw me more pressure, and then we'll clean the board up. Oh, there is only one UGin left in the deck. I totes forgot about that. Good call. Okay, so we're dead, right? 8 mana Planeswalker ulted and lost the game. Feels magic, man. So this could draw me an Aether Gust to get rid of Tamiyo. So it's 13, 14. So I can do this for X's 10 and have 2 left over. So, they bricked, but so did we. How'd you tap all your mana at the same time? QQ. It's a hotkey they added a couple patches ago that they didn't tell enough people about. Should have been like a pop-up or something that made you click past. If you QQ, it'll tap all your mana. Floated it. Would Ugin's Nexus really be that nice? Like, a six mana artifact that just gets, like, destroyed or bounced or whatever. Doesn't actually sound that good. Yeah. Sounds really slow and clunky. That's rude. Civil Penguin, thanks for the 14 months. Welcome back. I'm pretty sure the only way you ever bolt your opponent with UGin instead of ultimating him is if the bolt literally kills them. Hold on, folks. I'm gonna do it again. I'll do it again, I swear. I swears it.
Would you like to see what's left of us? That can't help you now.
Do you have like a shark you're gonna cycle here? Or like a brazen borrower? Okay. Sure.
I've seen worse.
Faltosh, thanks for the 19 months. I appreciate it. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. I'm gonna hold on to the Aether Gust until they go to escape the arrow. Is that where they use up the cards in their bin? We are only at 3 cards in our bench. This will be 4, so I need 2 more in there to escape our own arrow. Okay, that could be useful next turn potentially. We'll see though. They could crack Blast Zone this turn. So we're gonna take 2 turns in a row here by doing that at my end step. No problem, Big Show. Should also be available underneath the stream in the information section. See if they have a dispute or a negate here to counter my ghost. Either way, this gives us the 6 card in our bin to escape our own row next turn. It's our best top deck here, probably UGin. Oh, wait, they're getting another churn, right? I forgot they had played an Exodus. Yikes, I was like, oh, we're probably okay. Nope, definitely not okay. Thought I was gonna get another turn. We'll concede if they take another turn here.
Every story is an opportunity into the library.
Huh. Okay. I don't think it really matters though, right? I don't really have any outs here. I also just like don't feel like playing. I'm gonna attempt to play one more match of Magic. If we queue into Reclamation, I'm gonna be done. The ladder's been super miserable today. Ever since we hit Diamond, it's just been an endless stream of Reclamation matchups. This hand's really good if it draws a 3rd land. Alright, well, I mean, as far as, like, non-land draws go, it's pretty close to the top. Completely disagree, Pentreon. And I think that attitude is garbage, and it's one that Magic would better serve to not have. This idea that there needs to be this arms race to solve problems as opposed to managing formats appropriately with bannings is garbage. I think it's incredibly silly that everybody's like, the solution is more bombs. Everybody needs more nukes. It's just like, no. The solution is actually de-escalation. And then just like, to further show that your point's kind of wrong and it doesn't really work, Reclamation's literally a deck in Modern right now, which is a format that has more answers than this, because again, having an arms race to the bottom literally does not work and does not fix the problems.
Just the trick for this.
Yeah, actually, Teferi, actually, that's actually the nail on the head right there from Clay the Couchman. Teferi, 3-mana Teferi is an example of printing an answer to Wilderness Reclamation. It's like, we literally have that, and we could literally show that it's miserable. Teferi Time Raveler is literally them going, hey, we need to print an answer to Reclamation. Here's fucking Teferi. And, like, we all know how awful that card is for the game, right? Like... Why did I not play Uro there? Because it doesn't draw a card while Narset's in play. This UGin doesn't even really do much. I guess they missed a land drop last turn. If they don't have a land again, UGin could be okay. No, it's not. It's definitely not just recency bias, Blep. Magic. And an easy way to know that it's not just recency bias is look back on Pioneer and Modern and see just how many cards from the last year dominate those older formats with bigger ones. I'm gonna play Runeterra. I'm done with Magic. I don't like. I just like the constant prison elements is really frustrating, and Reclamation is frustrating. Let's play a game that's well designed and fun. If you didn't listen to the recent podcast where one of the Runeterra lead designers talked on it, one of their community podcasts, it was fantastic and refreshing. I kid you not, their designer talked about how having a 2-week delay when formats were bad was something they didn't want to have, and they would push to fix things faster than that. They ever felt like they had issues, and just like hearing someone talk about how they felt 2 weeks was too long to leave their formats rot was just like, wow, y'all really get it. Just really get it.